Blasio Feature Friday. Today, I will be interviewing a rapper. His name is Kam Era.
Let me do that again, and can you tell people who you are?
Do y'all hear how mean she is to me?
I said it was Tia, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
Anyways. Hello everyone, this is Power and Blasio Feature Friday. My name is Tia, and today I will be interviewing a rapper. His name is Kam Era. Hello, how are you doing today?
I am doing good. How about you?
I am doing great. Thank you so much for being here.
It's no problem. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so where are you from?
So I'm actually from Georgia. I'm in a military family. So I did live in Utah for a good part of, growing up, but we've been in Georgia for 5 or 6 years now again. And so that's where I'll say I'm from.
Yes, and I mean, Georgia is known for a lot of major icons. Which hip hop artist inspires you the most?
I would say an artist, Russ. I have so many different hip hop inspirations, but his mindset is something that I really like. He says that you have to be very confident, and he's kind of like with this whole like manifestation thing. And I'm a very spiritual person. I have a very like spiritual family and stuff. So just God and everything, and then the whole thing about being confident and just kind of praying about the things that you love and want and stuff like that. So I'd say Russ is a very big inspiration for me.
Definitely, and I could see how that reflects in your music. A lot of your music, it definitely gives me like a 90s kind of vibe. I know, like, listening to the music that you were posting in response to the Black Lives Matter movement, it reminded me of artists like KRS-One. Did you grow up listening to a lot of old school rappers?
So my grandma, she really loves Tupac. She would play Tupac a lot. T.I., he's really a big inspiration of mine. Kanye, absolutely love Kanye, even though it's a little crazy now, but still the music is wonderful. And of course, Nas, I really love Nas. He's phenomenal, and still to this day, like the stuff that he puts out is absolutely amazing. The whole West Coast scene with NWA, and I absolutely love like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, all of them. So there's a whole lot of, and not even just in hip hop, but like, of course, the big name, Michael Jackson, but there's so many other people that I can't even name, but just the music that I grew up around has been so influential in like my style of music.
Definitely. And I mean, one of the things I loved about the 80s, 90s hip hop era, that's my favorite kind of like music era in general. But what I liked about it is that the music wasn't just all about partying and having a good time. A lot of it also dealt with, it delivered a good and powerful message. That being said, what kind of message are you trying to convey to the people through your art?
Right. So with my art, of course, I want it to be more on the positive side of things. Now, of course, sometimes like my latest song, Black, is kind of like, I wouldn't call it positive, but it goes for a positive message because oftentimes in seeking the truth, I want to speak truth to power. So sometimes the truth can be very ugly, and in trying to portray the hardships that people are going through, you can't always, make it nice and pretty for people. Sometimes you do have to kind of, show it for exactly what it is. But ultimately, I really just want to, when people listen to my music, I want them to either be happy. I want them to, feel confident, feel like they can be themselves. I want it to feel like they can be empowered by my music, or I want them to learn something from it, or I want them to get more connected with God. So those are my three main things that I really love to try to put in my music.
Well, I definitely do believe that those are excellent goals, and I do believe that you're also achieving it because, what song was it? I think it was your song, Listen. I think that was the first song I heard. And listening to it, I definitely did get like that deep message, and I was definitely moved by it. And that's why I reached out to you. I was like, oh my gosh, like he's So yes, I definitely do believe that you're doing that. And do you believe that new hip hop artists should focus on delivering those kind of messages as well? And what are some artists that you believe are doing that today?
So hip hop, mainstream wise, it's largely very negative. It's kind of like, party music, very like, oh, do drugs and blah 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 and that type of stuff. I personally don't really like a lot of it. Some of it's like lit, but I really hate when I think about the message. I really dislike the message. But sadly, for a lot of people, when they think about hip hop, they think about that mainstream. But there's so many wonderful artists that don't have that bad message, where they're truly telling a really nice story, or they're trying to educate people, or empower people. And there's so many of those artists. Some people I think about, Saba. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's out of Chicago. He's a wonderful rapper. Chance the Rapper, of course, he's bigger. I absolutely love Chance the Rapper and the whole like kind of spiritual side of that and things like that. Of course, J. Cole has done a wonderful job. His whole discography is, full of, talking about the issues in the Black community and what's going on in society. T.I., his music, though he's not making a ton of music now, he's still fairly recent, and his music, he definitely dealt with a lot of those issues as well. So those are just some, to name a few. Who am I forgetting? No Name. She is an absolute.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, I love her. Yes, I love her.
Yeah,
I've been listening to her music, and I definitely love her. I can't wait till she blows up.
Same. She's a phenomenal artist, and you can hear the poetry in the music. Rap is really it's a form of poetry, but when you listen to her music, you can really hear not every rapper could just write like a traditional like poem or something like that, but you can hear that she is very, very skilled in that, and she truly has a way with words, and her delivery, her voice is amazing. So I really just love her music, and even her choice with the instrumentals that she chooses to use for her songs. Just it's nice and soulful. Of course, Chicago is very, it's like another capital of music. So I absolutely love No Name. And I would say, as far as somebody who's huge into talking about these issues and is really a newer artist, I would say No Name would be who I would say is at like the head of that. I really love her.
I agree. I think, what's my favorite song by her? I think it's Shadow Man. I think that was one of the first songs.
I actually I have a playlist, and I was just listening to it today.
Yes. And I mean, yeah, I love that you mentioned her, because she is one of my favorites. But like you were saying before, the hip hop industry, it has gotten a bad rep. A lot of people believe that it does only promote drugs, sex, and violence.
That is not correct. Because according to the encyclopedia of...
Do you think this is a hindrance for people trying to make it into the industry, like yourself?
I feel like, is it a hindrance? It does make it more difficult to try to get popular as an artist, when everybody wants that mainstream music to be party music and stuff. But like, okay, when I think about like J. Cole, one of the things that I really like about him is his way to give the message in a deliverable and like a really deliverable way. The way that he delivers it, digestible way. There we go. He gives it in a really digestible way, which makes it. He's not a mainstream artist, but so many people know him.
Yes,
they love him. So I would say it does make it harder. But I would say that it doesn't make it impossible, of course, but it does make it harder, because there's the other thing that I would say about that is the people who love hip hop and truly love like the type of music that I make, or the type of music that a Saba, a Smino, a No Name, a J. Cole would make, they love it even more. And I feel like that gets you even more dedicated and really loyal fans.
You seem to have a lot of people that you look up to. If you were to pick maybe like one or two artists, who would you dream of performing with or making a song with?
Ooh. Just because he's my favorite artist, I'm gonna go ahead and say I would love to have a song with Russ. And I feel like it's gonna happen one day. I really do truly believe that it will happen one day. Russ. And then the next person I would say that I want a song with, I'd say Kanye. I would say Kanye. Just to have a song with Kanye would be so cool. I really love his music, even like with him going like the whole gospel route. I actually really loved his album.
Well, I think I can see it happening. You seem to be working, really hard to, accomplish your dream and everything. And I feel like if you keep doing what you're doing, it can definitely happen. You're on Spotify as well, right?
Right. So I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, basically all the streaming platforms out there. I should be on most every single one of them. And yep, under Kam Era, and that's where they can find my music.
Kam Era, and that's where we can find your music. And I'll be sure to tag you and write all of that information in the description as well. But before we go, you do have a song that you're performing for us, right?
Yes. So it's Listen, which is like the song that I did on TikTok. Originally, it was a TikTok video, and I made that, and that's kind of like what popped off and stuff. So I will be doing Listen.
Awesome. Well, I will flip my camera.
So while all y'all looking at these trends, let me get up on your timeline talking about Black Lives Matter. Do I need to pull up the data? I think that schools need to educate better. I could be driving, the next thing I know, I'm getting stopped by the cops. But instead of a ticket, they give me some that to the head of my body is crap. Over 300 years, this is to prosper, and still they want us to be weak. Can't stand for this treatment, and as I'm here breathing, heart beating, I fight to be free. Different skin, different eyes, different heights. We gotta fight this same fight, cause blacks aren't untreated and haven't been treated the same since the start of this country as whites. Yeah, my skin color different, but I don't want no division. I just want y'all to listen. They're killing us senseless. My skin color different, but I don't want no division. I just want y'all to listen. They're killing us senseless. Land of the free, home of the brave. I guess the free didn't mean slaves. I'm black and I'm proud, but I am oppressed. I don't think brave means a knee on the neck. I don't think brave means a lack of respect for a person of color, so don't say repressed. We just demanding the rights that you promised to everyone when this country was founded. I can say a lot of things and I really want to, but this song would be way too long. Everyone made in the image of God, but still people are treating us wrong. Beaten, spit on, shot, sprayed. The crime is the color committed the day that a beautiful mama gave birth to a child that did their best not to stray. Yeah, hey, my skin color different, but I don't want no division. I just want y'all to listen. They killing us senseless. My skin color different, but I don't want no division. I just want y'all to listen. They killing us senseless.
Oh my gosh, yes. I loved it. And I loved how you played with the wording. You didn't play with the wording. You said my skin color is different, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yes. I liked how you did that because like the original one, my body's different. But I like how you like repeat that in your thing and you acknowledge like the remix that was into it as well. And again, the flow was amazing. Like sometimes I try to spit bars and it doesn't flow and come out the right way. But you definitely have it down.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, thanks again for being here. Again, your song was amazing. And guys, please listen to Kam Era. His music's great. It's on Spotify, SoundCloud, all of the streaming platforms. So please be sure to stay updated on his projects. Follow him on Instagram. And yes, that concludes the interview. So thanks again for being here.
Thank you for having me.